And we welcome you inside the Walker Convocation Center on the campus of West Virginia State University as Video Productions proudly presents Round 1 of the Mountain East Conference Basketball Tournament, featuring the number 5 seeded Bobcats of West Virginia Wesleyan College and the number 4 seeded Yellow Jackets of West Virginia State University. MEC basketball action is presented by the Little General Stores. Great prices, convenient places. Visit your local Little General Stores today. Alongside the entire Video Productions crew, I'm Andrew Miller, here to bring you live coverage of the Mountain East Conference basketball season. Game producer for tonight's live streaming broadcast is Robbie Mounts. Camera operators tonight are Josiah Mounts and Garrett Lester. Executive producer for Video Productions is Butch Mounts. We are glad you could be with us back inside the 1,300-seat Doris W. and Walter F. Johnson III Arena for tonight's MEC Tournament first round game. These two teams met twice in the regular season. It was West Virginia State running roughshod over the Bobcats of West Virginia Wesleyan. Not close. Both games blowouts in favor of who is considered the home team here tonight. West Virginia State defeating West Virginia Wesleyan by 35 the first time and 45 the second game. The first contest at West Virginia Wesleyan, a 103-68 victory for West Virginia State. And then here on the home court just a week ago, West Virginia State taking care of business against West Virginia Wesleyan, 114-69. These two teams very dissimilar in their styles. West Virginia Wesleyan scoring at just 64.7 points per game. That is second to last in the MEC Conference, but they are very good defensively. They give up just 77 points per game. That is good for middle of the pack in the Mountain East Conference. For West Virginia State, they like to run and gun and score 93.1 points per game. That is second in the conference, but they give up points, 83.3 per game. That is second to last, 10th in the Mountain East Conference. So a very interesting matchup between these two teams. It is round 1 of the Mountain East Conference Women's Basketball Tournament. Round 1 getting started for both the men's and women's here tonight across the state of West Virginia and beyond. And the winner of this contest will square off in the quarterfinals against the number 1 seed out of the North, Notre Dame College, who awaits the winner of this contest at the West Bank Arena in Wheeling, West Virginia. The other side of the bracket, the number 2 seed out of the South, Glenville State, is going to face off against the number 3 seed in the North. That is West Liberty College. Officials for tonight's contest, Brandon Marion, Tim Rain, and Derek Janelle. As we get set in just a few seconds to get things tipped off here this evening in the opening round of the conference tournament. Stick around, folks. We'll be back here from Institute, West Virginia. You're watching the Mountain East Conference Basketball Women's Tournament first round game on Video Productions.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Honda Passport is full of possibilities. And with plenty of cargo space and underfloor storage, you can fill it with gear too. Pack your weekend with adventure in the Honda Passport. The Honda CR-V EX is loaded with premium features that you don't have to pay a premium for. like a turbocharged engine for great performance and fuel efficiency, with advanced features like a blind spot information system, plus Apple CarPlay integration for your iPhone. And the best part is, in the CR-V, premium is standard. Contact your Honda dealer to learn more or shop online.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
And we welcome you back courtside here on Video Productions. Live streaming coverage of the opening round of the Mountain East Conference Women's Basketball Tournament featuring the number 4 seed in the South, West Virginia State, the number 5 seed in the South, West Virginia Wesleyan. Starting lineups being introduced on the floor. Let's take a look at the West Virginia Wesleyan Bobcats first. One name that you will notice not in the starting lineup is Abby Gaybauer. We'll talk about her in just a second. Brittany Stahovey, a senior guard out of Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania. Courtney Wilfong, a 5'6" sophomore guard from Fairmont, West Virginia. Maleka Kimmons, a 5'10" junior forward out of Apex, North Carolina. Senior guard, 5'3" Summer Matlack out of Arlington, Virginia. And a 5'8" freshman guard, Symphony Bryant Brown, out of Baltimore, Maryland, for the Bobcats. For West Virginia State, under the direction of Coach Marshall, Coach Charles Marshall. Again, it's a platoon system. You never know who's going to start any given night. Tonight it will be Hannah Shriver getting the start at point guard, a 5'7" sophomore guard from Hundred, West Virginia. Charity Shears, who just went over 1,000 points for her career, a 5'9" junior guard from Ashland, Kentucky. Destiny Fields, leading scorer on the team, the 5'10" sophomore guard out of Reynoldsburg, Ohio. Shelby Harmeyer getting the start tonight, the sophomore guard, 5'10" out of Independence, Kentucky. And Alana Kramer, the 5'7" junior guard out of Junction City, Kansas. Now, Abby Gaybauer for West Virginia Wesleyan not getting the start here tonight. The 5'11" senior guard forward out of North Huntington, Pennsylvania, averaged 20 points per game in the 2 contests versus West Virginia State. She scored 26 and 14, 26 points, 8 rebounds in the first contest between these two squads, and then she followed that up with a very good performance in the following game, 14 points, 5 rebounds, but she is not in the starting lineup here tonight for Coach Vicki Bullitt, and that is a name well known in the world of women's basketball. Bullitt in her 5th season at the helm of the Bobcats. She's a 1990 University of Maryland graduate. She played for Maryland from 1986 to 1990. She was a 3-time All-ACC first-team performer. She was the 1989 ACC Player of the Year, ACC MVP, and a Kodak All-American. And in 1988 and 1992, she was a member of the United States women's gold medal and bronze medal Olympic team in those consecutive years. Played 6 seasons in the WNBA, and she is a member of the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. So the pedigree for head coach Vicki Bullitt is there, and she is trying to build this program for West Virginia Wesleyan. They have not finished higher than 10th place in the regular season. They have made it to the postseason tournament all but 2 years, but they have just 1 win and an upset as a 10 seed over Fairmont State back in 2019. Head coach Charles Marshall in his 5th season out of Berea, Ohio. A record of 46 and 57 for Coach Marshall. Spent 3 years at Glenville State before taking over here. has a conference championship to his credit over at Glenville State, and he has got the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets humming into the postseason. Both of these teams in the second half of the conference season have played much better than their starts. Ball on the floor, one thing you'll notice is West Virginia State plays chaotically on defense. They want to try to get turnovers caused. They nearly had one, could not get it, and it ends up in the hands of Summer Matlack, and she will score the first bucket of the postseason. In the first contest, West Virginia State, or in the first two contests regular season, West Virginia State caused 29 and 28 turnovers, respectively. 57 turnovers combined for West Virginia Wesleyan in the two blowout losses. But many people will tell you it is very difficult to beat a team 3 times in one season. West Virginia State with the turnover early, and Wesleyan with possession. They'll work it into the corner left side. First three-point opportunity. Air ball's off the mark, forced to Hovey. West Virginia State wants to run and gun. They want to push the action. As mentioned numerous times on the season, they will live and die by the three. There's the first of the game. Destiny Fields unable to connect. Wesleyan now in transition. Bryant Brown on the right block, up with a shot. And a quick 4-0 lead for the Bobcats. Transition three-point opportunity off the mark for Kramer. Harmeyer there inside for the rebound. And Shelby Harmeyer with the putback. Harmeyer had a couple of quiet games in the regular season against West Virginia Wesleyan. As official Derek Janelle whistles a reach-in foul on the Yellow Jackets. That'll go against Destiny Fields, her first. Harmeyer with that putback, getting West Virginia State on the board for the first time. Again, the platoon system, 5 in, 5 out. Fresh legs for West Virginia State. Awaiting the winner of this one, Notre Dame. Again, they're the number 1 seed in the North, but if you look at the regular season matchup between both Wesleyan and West Virginia State and Notre Dame, both of these teams played Notre Dame very closely in the regular season in one contest. And then again, it's the postseason. Anything can happen. Wesleyan, little 3-2 matchup zone. Zadara Johnson, a lone senior on this team, had a great senior afternoon on Saturday. Finished with 10 points on the afternoon in that close loss to UC. Quick bucket on the other end, up and good. Malika Kimmons gets on the board for the first time. Wesleyan back in front by 4. Alexis Hall on the drive, a good dish under the basket. And Whitehead, I believe, is going to be fouled on a reach. That foul will be whistled on Courtney Wilfong. And that'll earn the sophomore Whitehead an opportunity at the line. Good pass underneath by Alexis Hall. On the baseline dish and a good post move. Strong to the basket. As Whitehead missing the first. This West Virginia State team, again, we've talked about it numerous times this year. They live and they die by the three-point shot. They have taken 176 more three-point attempts than any other team in this conference. 574 three-point shot attempts. Good dish underneath. Bryant Brown on the left block. And West Virginia State looking good early. Or West Virginia Wesleyan, looking good early, the Bobcats. In black and orange. Here's a 3 opportunity, and Sadara Johnson with a senior from the left baseline. Big bucket for the Yellow Jackets. Now a tip out of bounds, and the 5 in, 5 out for the white and gold clad Yellow Jackets. Bobcats finished the regular season at 5 and 10. But they started their season very difficult, 0-6 to start the season for the Bobcats. And since then, they have played much, much better. 3-point opportunity missed. After losing their first 6, they have gone 5-4 since, and they've won their last 2 contests. They've lost a couple of close ones to some good competition. Fields on the attack. We'll wait and see. Will it be a charge or a block? And I believe they're going to get Fields on the charge. Fields trying to take it baseline. And the baseline cut up by a Bobcat defender. State looking to cause some commotion here in the backcourt. Wesleyan able to break the press. Looking for some transition. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Shears. Now Harmeyer in transition for 3, just off the front rim. Kept alive by the Yellow Jackets inside. Reeves dished it off. State couldn't finish it, but an errant throw down the court will give it right back to the Yellow Jackets. Just the second turnover, but that's a costly one as Alana Kramer finds the open spot on the right wing. And Kramer able to hit to tie it at 8. Yellow Jackets back out of the pressure, and that'll offer Bryant Brown an opportunity. And Symphony Bryant Brown has 7 early points on 3 of 4 shooting. Bryant Brown had 8 points, 5 rebounds the first time, 5 and 2 the second contest between these two opponents. And State errant on another 3-point attempt. And the ball rolls out of bounds, last touch by the Yellow Jackets. As you see Kramer on the board for the first time tonight. And 5 fresh faces in for the Yellow Jackets and head coach Charles Marshall. Yellow Jackets even out of the pressure in half court. They are chaotic defensively. Good handle, though, by Wesleyan. The assist by Stahovey. And the bucket put up and in by Courtney Wilfong. And right back come the Yellow Jackets. A wide open look by Kalia Cunningham right at the left block. So back and forth we go between these two. A turnover inside. Cunningham gives it over. The lefty Shears. And Peyton Shears will bury the 3. And we're squared at 13 again. Wesleyan game for the challenge here on the road here in the first round. A good looking opportunity just missed off the mark by the guard Imani Jackson out of Akron, Ohio. You see the wraparound pass. Cunningham couldn't hold on to it for a second, but tracked it down. She was bookended on both sides by defenders. That left Shears wide open. We are squared at 13. First quarter action here from West Virginia State University in the opening round of the Mountain East Conference Tournament. You're watching it on Video Productions.
Have dreams.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
For more than 125 years, West Virginia State University has been educating generations of students who have gone on to change the world.
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
A very solid start to the opening round of the Mountain East Conference Women's Tournament for both teams. West Virginia Wesleyan, who in the previous two contests between these two opponents, with 57 turnovers total, 29 and 28 in respective games, but they have just 3 turnovers early in this one, shooting the ball at 60%, 6 of 10. West Virginia State, though, shooting it well in their own right, 45%, but they're shooting 3 of 8 from behind the three-point line. And again, they will live and die by the three-pointer. They have attempted by a large margin quite a bit more than anybody in the Mountain East Conference. 574 three-point attempts coming in, and they had hit 162. Now, in their 8 victories, they shoot just above 33% from behind the line. In their 7 losses, they are shooting just under 25%. So that tells you the difference in the two. Good toss underneath and an open look by Ariana Harmon. And West Virginia Wesleyan very efficient offensively in the half-court set. If they keep a hold of the basketball and don't turn it over, they look like they may be a tough out here for West Virginia State. As the Yellow Jackets give it back again on a pass underneath. You see the wide open look and the bank shot put in by Ariana Harmon, freshman guard out of Gambrills, Maryland. 5 in, 5 out for West Virginia State. And that full court pressure. Coach Bullitt and her staff for West Virginia Wesleyan, I imagine they have done a lot of work trying to diagnose the press. Got another look that time. Not a great look by Stahovey off the mark. And West Virginia State had the rebound but could not hold on to it. Another turnover for State. That is turnover number 5 early in the ball game. So West Virginia State, who is privy to turning other teams over, having a little bit of problems here in the first 5 minutes of the first quarter on their home court. Good ball movement in half-court offense. Baseline jumper is just off the mark by Harmon yet again. In transition, Shears slowed down, now sped up to the baseline. The runner no good. Kramer's put back, also off the mark. And Wesleyan able to clear with Wilfong. Now top it goes to Abby Gaybauer. Again, she did not get the start here tonight. Turnaround jumper, 15-footer is good. Gaybauer with 40 points in 2 games against West Virginia State, averaging 20 a game, 6.5 rebounds a game. And she is in the ballgame for the first time tonight, 6 minutes in. As you see, Gaybauer gets her first open look, and that's a 15-foot wide open jumper. State had that last one knocked out of bounds off of a Bobcat. Inbounds comes to the corner to Hall. Wide open look, and Hall too strong on that one. Rebound last touched out of bounds by a Yellow Jacket player. West Virginia State 0 for their last 5 from the field. The question will continue to be throughout this evening, can the Bobcats handle the pressure defensively? As you see Coach Bullitt screaming instructions after that last kicked ball. Looking for lots of movement. Inbounds into the back court to Jackson. Amani Jackson into the front court. Tries to pass it. It got tied up. Stolen away. Coast-to-coast opportunity for Cunningham. No good, but Shears is trailing, and Shears finishes it off. Wesleyan still on top by 2, and a near steal in half-court set. Ends up in the hands of Sierra Tolbert. Wesleyan, boy, they are having a lot of trouble getting into their half-court offense, and they'll say the ball this time last touched out of bounds by a Bobcat. Cunningham a little short on that layup, but good hustle by Peyton Shears. And Wesleyan still leading by 2. The Bobcats, the 5 seed, the number 4 seed Yellow Jackets getting the home court advantage. But the Bobcats have led throughout this first quarter. Gaybauer tried to bounce it to the corner. Shears. West Virginia State defense just incredibly active But another turnover on another drive attempt. That's turnover number 5 by the Yellow Jackets. And Gabauer will step out quickly for the Bobcats. Back in comes Bryant Brown. 127 mark of quarter number 1. Wesleyan has led throughout. West Virginia State has tied it a couple of times, but they have not led in the first quarter yet. Checking in for West Virginia State, ZZ Russell, the freshman. And also for West Virginia State, Sadara Johnson back in, had to get the shoe tied. Wesleyan able to control the pressure again. 18-footer by Bryant Brown off the mark. Offensive rebound for the Bobcats. And into the hands of the one who got it, Brittany Stahovey. And she'll hit from the right corner. Wesleyan playing at a high level here in the first quarter. Sherezny going to try to answer. That's off the mark short. Long rebound out top. And we're going to get a jump ball foul. Sherezny attacking that missed shot on the rebound. It was out near the three-point line. Jasita Stahovey getting the rebound off the miss. Just finds the corner and drills the three. That foul was whistled on Chloe Sherezny. Under a minute remaining in quarter number 1. Bobcats moving it very well in the half-court set underneath. A good look by Wilfong. She bounced it on the left block to Sierra Tolbert. Tolbert had a couple of defenders around and moved her feet. Whistled for the travel. Now top Shears. To attack back to Hall. Now Hall will attack. Lots of contact out top on the drive, and that will be a foul on Symphony Bryant Brown. A straight line drive down the right lane for Alexis Hall. And some tough contact there. Officials will whistle the blocking foul on Bryant Brown. Alexis Hall at the free throw line, and 63% free throw shooter. Hits the first and hits the second. 2 good games in the regular season for Hall against these Bobcats. 10 points and 11 points respectively. Quick layup opportunity for the Bobcats, missing off the mark. Russell wants to push. Here comes Hall attacking again, and she's going to draw a second foul in a row on Bryant Brown. That foul was led by the push by ZZ Russell. As you see, straight down the court quickly. Hall wasting no time attacking. And Bryant Brown in transition defense, slow to get back. As Hall hits her third straight and cuts the deficit down to 2. Again, Wesleyan has led throughout this first quarter. 14.9 left. And Hall is perfect still. And the lead is cut down to 1. Gabauer back into the game here with 14.9 on the clock. Wesleyan having some trouble. Now into Gabauer with 13. They'll push it into the front court now. Matlack out top with 5. Matlack inside it goes. Here's a drive. Shot put up, left-handed layup. No good for Tolbert. And that is how the first quarter will end. A very good first quarter for West Virginia Wesleyan. The massive underdog leading by 1 after 1, 20-19. Your score you're watching. First round MEC tournament action on Video Productions.
Inside all of us lies a potential to succeed. The definition of success differs for each of us. It's personal. One size doesn't fit all. At MVB, we believe in relationships supported by technology, product offerings, and industry knowledge. We believe in your imagination, your determination, and your grit. Our financial services keep pace with your ambition and empower your limitless potential. We say yes if, when other banks say no because. At our core, we power potential. We strive to unlock the potential in you, your family, your business, and your community. Your success is our success. You deserve more than a bank. You deserve a trusted partner on the financial frontier. MVB, powering your potential.
One quarter in the books here in game number one of the Mountain East Conference Women's Basketball Tournament. The number 4 seed West Virginia State trailing the number 5 seed Bobcats from West Virginia Wesleyan. Again, in the first 2 regular season games, West Virginia Wesleyan turnover prone, 29 turnovers and 28 turnovers in those 2 games, 57 overall, but they took care of the basketball in the first quarter. Wesleyan with 6 turnovers total to 5 for West Virginia State. And the Bobcats shooting the ball quite well, 50% from the field on 9 of 18 shooting. West Virginia State struggled a little bit, 31%, 3 of 10, 30% from 3. West Virginia Wesleyan has led throughout. A couple of ties, but no lead for West Virginia State yet. 3-point opportunity for Stohovey is off the mark. State with a defensive rebound. Here's Shriver, left wing. That one way off the mark. Rebound underneath, though, and a turnaround layup off the mark for Reeves. This time it's cleared out by Tolbert. Another issue in the first 2 regular season games as Gaybauer fires a 3 and hits was the rebounding advantage for West Virginia State. In the 2 games, West Virginia State's a 105-77 advantage in rebounding. Out rebounding the Bobcats by 12 and 16 respectively. Wesleyan, though, shooting the ball well early. They've got a 4-point advantage. Kramer on the attack, couldn't get it to fall. Another rebound defensively for Sierra Tolbert. She's got 3. Bobcats into the front court. Handling the pressure. Here's Gaybauer from the left wing. She just buried one from the right side. This time Gaybauer will move to the left side and bury another one. The lead is out to 7, largest of the night for the Bobcats, and that will force Coach Charles Marshall to burn a timeout as he wants to talk it over. West Virginia State struggling offensively at the moment. Just one of their last 11 field goals, and they have not hit a shot in the last 3:31. Meanwhile, Gaybauer back-to-back threes. As you see the second one right there, Gaybauer's got 8 now. She has not missed a shot. And all things going quite right for Coach Vicky Bullitt and the Bobcats, as they are feeling good. They're shooting the ball well, 52%. You saw the first one from Gaybauer, or the second one, sorry, the first one right there from the right wing. We mentioned Gaybauer, who did not start tonight, did not check in for the first 6 minutes of this contest, but in the first 2 games, she was the leader for the Bobcats. She scored 26 points on 11 of 14 shooting versus the Yellow Jackets back on January 20th. She chipped in 8 rebounds in that contest as well. She added 14 and 5 in the second matchup between these two. And she is right back on the schneid right now with 8. And she is helping her Bobcat team to, right now, their largest lead of the first half by 7. Yellow Jackets have yet to lead. They have tied it twice. And Coach Charles Marshall, again, burning his first time out of the first half after that second made 3 for Gaybauer to try to reset his defense and maybe settle down this West Virginia State offense a little bit. Johnson will work it over to the left wing. On the perimeter. Shears looking opposite, and on the pass, she'll be fouled on a reach. That'll be Summer Matlack on the reach. That's the first foul of the half for the Bobcats. So West Virginia Wesleyan again controlling the basketball, handling the full court pressure of West Virginia State early, and hitting shots. That's a recipe for success so far in this one. Here's Shears from way downtown, and a big bucket for Peyton Shears, Her second three, she's got 8. And that will cut into the Bobcat lead by 3. Down to 4 it is. Wilfong attacks the drive, the dish. And the shot is good by Malaika Kimmons. Kimmons, the junior forward out of Apex, North Carolina. Here comes Kalia Cunningham on the drive. Got a screen out top by Whitehead and drove it left-handed all the way down to the block. And some nice soft touch as well. Here's some trouble in the backcourt for the Bobcats. Pass thrown away, picked up by Johnson in the lane. And now Johnson's going to be bumped on the drive. That foul will be whistled on Stahovey. Her first, team second. And State rotating the 5-in, 5-out at the 7:22 mark of the half. Wesleyan leading by 4. And bounce to Shears. She'll fire a quick 3. Rattles out. Loose ball rebound controlled by Wilfong. Now into the hands of Stahovey. Jumps it out top. Here's Kimmons, 15-footer. That's no good. In transition, Harmeyer to Kramer quickly. Shriver to the lane. The layup is good. That was a textbook fast break. It never hit the ground until the first bounce by Shriver right before the layup. Yellow Jackets, that's what they can do. They can get up and down the court quickly. But right now they've got no answer for Abby Gabauer. She's in double figures already with 10. 4 of 4 from the field for Abby Gabauer, the senior. Here's Fields left alone out top, and Destiny Fields hits just her 5th 3 of the season. And the lead cut back down to 1 again. Wilfong will attack. Kimmons has it stripped by Harmeyer. 3-on-2 break. Shears, spot up 3 from the ring. That's no good. Opportunity there for West Virginia State to take their first lead of the game. Gabauer looking opposite. Here's Kimmons attacking. Loose ball into the hands of Bryant Brown, and she will throw it into the hands of Shriver. Quickly down the court. Here's Shears for the layup, and West Virginia State has come all the way back from 7 down in the quarter, and they have taken their first lead of the night. Timeout by Coach Charles Marshall worked very well, but Stahovey answering quickly with the 15-foot jumper. Bobcats shooting at a torrid pace here in the first half, 53.8%. Here's another 3-shot attempt by Fields, and maybe got a little bit too bold on that one. Fields again on the season, just 5 3-pointers, and she shoots it at 160, so 16% on the season, but she has hit a couple lately. 5 new faces again for Coach Charles Marshall and West Virginia State. Yellow Jackets took their first lead of the game just 30 seconds ago, gave it right back with the Stahovey jumper. Right elbow shot put up by Kimmons is no good. Yellow Jackets starting to play some good half-court defense, starting to pull some rebounds. Here's Hall on the wing, and Hall drills one. Yellow Jackets shooting quite well from 3, 6 of 17. That's 35%. Wilfong on the attack. Now Gabauer back to Wilfong. Left block. Good strong move by Kimmons. And Malaika Kimmons has 6. Tied at 34. And just as I said, Alexis Hall hits 2 in a row. Just as Gabauer did, she went right wing to left wing. Hall went from the left baseline to the right baseline for a couple. Now Wilfong hits. These two teams are playing postseason basketball right now. High-level offense here in the second quarter. State by 1. Szczesny spins in the lane. Looking opposite to Hall. Yellow Jackets will reset out top. Cunningham moves to Szczesny on the left. Good spin move, baseline side. And Szczesny gets right by the defender, Kimmons. Szczesny gets her first points now. A trap in the corner leads to a turnover. The layup, though, by Cunningham, no good. Leads to a transition opportunity. Wilfong, the lefty, layup is off the mark. And the rebound tracked down by the Lady Yellow Jackets. Now Cunningham attacks again the left side. Gets the runner to fall, and that will cause Coach Vicki Bullitt now to burn a timeout. Look at Szczesny, the spin left, and the layup is good. And just like that, West Virginia State on a 10-4 run. They lead it by 5 now with 3:23 left in the half. 41-36, you're watching MEC basketball action on Video Productions.
I'm Stuart Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
Back to the action here, second quarter after the West Virginia Wesleyan timeout. Opportunity for a bucket. Stahovey from 15, no good. And the rebound will be last touched out of bounds by the Bobcats. But during that last timeout call, Coach Vicki Bullitt for the Bobcats, very animated, very upset with her team, getting a little sloppy offensively. 10 turnovers now in the first half. Again, turnovers are what West Virginia State likes to do and what Wesleyan had trouble with in the regular season in the 2 losses to this Yellow Jacket team in blowout fashion. Right now, Wesleyan, though, playing very good overall in the half. Led throughout the first quarter, led until the 5-minute mark of the second. Here's a 15-footer off the mark. Rebound by Tolbert. Her putback no good, but that one popped out of bounds by a Yellow Jacket as well. Yellow Jackets led up until the 3:23 mark of this quarter. Stahovey gets it into Gaybauer on the right block, tried to force one up, and it's knocked out of bounds yet again, touched by a Yellow Jacket. That's the first miss of the night by the senior Abby Gaybauer. She's got 10. Stahovey will trigger it in again. Mariana Harmon. Now Gaybauer turns, fires, 14-footer is good. So after her first miss, Gaybauer atones, cuts the West Virginia State lead down to 3. Here's a deep 3, right wing, and another one good for Shears. Charity Shears with 5 now. West Virginia State shooting a very high clip here in the first half from 3. They're at 40% on 8 of 20 shooting. And if you're Coach Charles Marshall, that is a recipe for absolute success for the Yellow Jackets. In games they win, the 8 games they've won, they shoot 33+. In 7 losses, they're down around 22% as a team from 3. Right now at 40%. They lead it by 6. Their largest lead of the first half. Harmon going to attack the runner in the lane. And suddenly West Virginia State going a little cold. They've dipped down below 50%. Here's Cunningham attacking, and a good no-look dish to the right block, but Alexis Hall unable to corral it. Turnover number 6 for West Virginia State. Yellow Jackets, though, have been very solid with control of the basketball. Here's a drive, and Wilfong unabated into the lane. Miscommunication by the defense for West Virginia State. Wilfong burnt them with an easy bucket. Now a turnover and another opportunity, and that one up and good. As that one put up by Harmon. Suddenly Wesleyan on a quick run. Here's Hall. A good pump fake and dips under the defender. And Alexis Hall now in double figures. She's got 12. Along the sideline, Sadara Johnson takes some contact with the body. Foul whistled on Matlack, much to the displeasure of head coach Vicky Bullitt, who is right beside official Derek Janelle, who whistled that call. Just the third team foul here in the second quarter for the Bobcats. ZZ Russell who's checked into the ball game with possession. Now top Shears. Peyton Shears has 8. Pair of threes for her. Now Johnson on the left wing. Staying with the perimeter. Here's one out top. Here's Bryant Brown stepping in front. Coast to coast goes Bryant Brown for the layup. The steal and the bucket for Symphony Bryant Brown, and it's a 2-point ball game with 45 left here in the first half. West Virginia Wesleyan equal to the task. Here's Sheresny for 3. And Chloe Sheresny with her 7th of the year. A big three-pointer by the junior. Now some trouble in the backcourt. Stahovey able to find Gaybauer. Now Bryant Brown going to attack. Sheresny with the block. Sheresny, her 6th block of the season. Here's Shears, transition 3. That's off the rim. Long rebound, though, tracked down by the Yellow Jackets. 10 on the clock. Left baseline 3 off the mark for Russell. Final shot attempt. Here's Bryant Brown, and they're going to whistle a foul at half court. And it's going to be Sadara Johnson with body contact on the half-court heave attempt. So with 0.7 remaining on the clock, as you see, Bryant Brown, she was looking at the clock, knew she didn't have a lot of time, and Johnson just gets a hand in. And that will give Symphony Bryant Brown an opportunity to possibly cut the deficit down to just 2 at the half. First one is good. Bryant Brown, a 70% free throw shooter, coming in, 35 of 50, now 36 of 51. Make it 37 of 52, and she's got 2 of 2. No matter what, this is a very good effort by the Bobcats here in the first half. Third one for Bryant Brown. She hits all 3 inbounds, and that will do it for the first half of play. West Virginia State will take the lead into the halftime locker room, but if you're Coach Vicky Bullitt and the West Virginia Wesleyan Bobcats, you got to be feeling good at the way your team played in that first half. You're watching first-round tournament action in the Mountain East Conference Women's Tournament from Video Productions.
Inside all of us lies a potential to succeed. The definition of success differs for each of us. It's personal. One size doesn't fit all. At MVB, we believe in relationships supported by technology, product offerings, and industry knowledge. We believe in your imagination, your determination, and your grit. Our financial services keep pace with your ambition and empower your limitless potential. We say yes if, when other banks say no because. At our core, we power potential. We strive to unlock the potential in you, your family, your business, and your community. Your success is our success. You deserve more than a bank. You deserve a trusted partner on the financial frontier. MVB, powering your potential.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
You have dreams.
Where do you start to build the skills necessary to make them happen?
At West Virginia State, you learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
My husband should have died that night. The car was on a fence, upside down. Trees were coming through the windshield.
The people who opened the door for me, one of the first questions they asked me is, how are you alive?
For my kids, Timmy's invincible. And it was just like that he could have been gone. He was like, this is all we're gonna own. We're getting another Honda. It saved my life. And my kids are not going in anything else.
We welcome you back inside the Walker Convocation Center. At the half, round one of the Mountain East Conference Women's Basketball Tournament, the number 4 seeded West Virginia State Yellow Jackets with a slim 2-point lead over the number 5 seeded Bobcats of West Virginia Wesleyan College. And you look at the score and you say West Virginia State leading, that's a good sign. But if you look to the history between these two, just this season, West Virginia State in 2 victories over West Virginia Wesleyan defeated the Bobcats on the road 103-68 and beat them here at the Walker Convocation Center just a week ago 114-69. So if you look at a 2-point differential at the half, if you are Coach Vicki Bullitt and the Bobcats, you got to be feeling pretty good about what happened in that first half. West Virginia Wesleyan led throughout the majority of the first half. They took the lead early, only relinquished it to a tie twice early, and they led throughout the entire first quarter. They led up until the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. At that point, West Virginia State, on a strength of a 10-4 run, gets the lead for the first time. They relinquished it just one time quickly, took the lead back immediately, and West Virginia State led throughout the second quarter towards the end by as many as 7. But just when you thought West Virginia State had weathered the early storm by the Bobcats and were going to maybe put some distance between them and West Virginia Wesleyan just would not go away. They were equal to the task throughout the first half of play, and they were able to stay with the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets on the strength of a pair of double-digit scorers in the first half. Symphony Bryant-Brown and Abby Gaybauer both with 12. And on West Virginia State's side, just one in double figures. That's Alexis Hall, and a couple close to that for the Yellow Jackets. But a very strong performance in the first half for the West Virginia Wesleyan Bobcats. They do trail West Virginia State, though, 49-47 at the half. Again, this is the play-in first-round game. The winner of this game will advance to the quarterfinals on March 4th. That is this coming Thursday at the West Bank Arena in Wheeling, West Virginia. Waiting on the winner of this one, the number 1 seed out of the North Division, Notre Dame. And again, as I mentioned in the pregame, both of these teams had played Notre Dame once in the regular season, and both of them took Notre Dame to the wire. So whoever gets out of this ball game alive has a good chance of having a chance to upset that number 1 seed out of the North. The other side quarterfinal will be Glenville State, the number 2 seed out of the South, versus the number 3 seed in the Northwest Liberty. Over on the opposite side, the play-in game tonight in Fairmont, West Virginia, the North number 4 seed Fairmont State facing off against the battlers of Alderson Broadus, the number 5 seed in the North. And the winner of that one will take on the number 1 seed of the South, Charleston, the University of Charleston Golden Eagles. Wait the winner of that side, and then in the bottom half of that bracket, Wheeling, the number 2 seed in the North, faces off against the number 3 seed in the South. That is the Concord Mountain Lions. Those games, again, will take place in the quarterfinals on Thursday from the West Banco Arena. At the moment, West Virginia State on top 49-47. Take a break for our sponsors. When we come back, we'll break down the stats for you and get set for second half action from the Walker Convocation Center. You're watching first round game in the Mountain East Conference Tournament on Video Productions.
Inside all of us lies a potential to succeed. The definition of success differs for each of us. It's personal. One size doesn't fit all. At MVB, we believe in relationships supported by technology, product offerings, and industry knowledge. We believe in your imagination, your determination, and your grit. Our financial services keep pace with your ambition and empower your limitless potential. We say yes if, when other banks say no because. At our core, we power potential. We strive to unlock the potential in you, your family, your business, and your community. Your success is our success. You deserve more than a bank. You deserve a trusted partner on the financial frontier. MVB, powering your potential.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
You have dreams.
Where do you start to build the skills necessary to make them happen?
At West Virginia State, you learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
My husband should have died that night. The car was on a fence, upside down. Trees were coming through the windshield.
The people who opened the door for me, one of the first questions they asked me is, how are you alive?
For my kids, Timmy's invincible. And it was just like that he could have been gone. He was like, this is all we're gonna own. We're getting another Honda. It saved my life. My kids are not going in anything else.
49-47 is your halftime score here from the Walker Convocation Center on the campus of West Virginia State University. The Yellow Jackets leading the West Virginia Wesleyan Bobcats by 2. Wesleyan, the 5 seed, the visitors, and the number 4 seed here in the South, West Virginia State. And again, the first 2 games between these two in the regular season were blowout victories for West Virginia State. So West Virginia Wesleyan feeling pretty good about how the first half laid out. Taking a look at the statistics, West Virginia Wesleyan shot very well throughout, 50% overall in that first half on 20 of 40 shooting. State shooting very well in the second quarter. They were struggling in the first quarter, but really did well in the second, 43.9% shooting on 18 of 41. This is an interesting stat. 3-point field goal percentage for Wesleyan, 57% on 4 of 7. They made just 1 of 17 in the 2 regular season contests. So they have already upped that ante in 2 games in just the first half here today. West Virginia State, though, shooting it quite well from 3, nearly 40% on 9 of 23 shooting. They'll have to keep that pace up as we look at the way this game is going to get a victory here tonight. Rebounds exactly the same, 22 apiece. That was an issue for the Bobcats in the first 2 games, out rebounded by 28 total, 12 and 16 in the first 2 contests. Turnovers a bit of an issue at times for West Virginia Wesleyan. They finished the first half with 11, but that's far below the average in the first 2 games, which were near 30. West Virginia State had a couple of issues with turnovers, but they kept pretty good care of the basketball, specifically in the second quarter. They only turned it over 3 times in that second quarter. Just 3 lead changes and 3 ties in this ballgame against State. Went behind early and did not get their first lead until the 5:20 mark of the second quarter. And they relinquished the lead just 1 time before getting it back. 13:22 was the lead time for West Virginia Wesleyan, 5:01 for West Virginia State. Individual scoring for the Bobcats, they were led by a pair of 12-point scorers. Symphony Bryant-Brown, 12 points on 4 of 7 shooting. Those 3 free throws at the end of the half were big for Symphony Brown. Abby Gaybauer, who did not start in this game after scoring 20 points a game in the regular season versus West Virginia State. She finished with 12 on 5 of 6 shooting. She was 2 of 2 behind the three-point line. 5 points for Stahovey. Summer Matlack with 4 for Ariana Harmon, and Courtney Wilfong, 6 points for Malika Kimmons to round out the scoring for West Virginia Wesleyan. For West Virginia State, Alexis Hall. And again, Hall had her best games of the season against West Virginia Wesleyan, 10 points and 11 points respectively. She already has 12 points in this ball game in the first half on 3 of 5 shooting. She was 2 of 3 from behind the three-point line and a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line. So a good first half there for Alexis Hall. Peyton Shears finishes the first half with 8 on 3 of 4 shooting. She hit a pair of threes as well and chipped in 3 rebounds and a pair of steals. 6 points for Kalia Cunningham on 3 of 5 shooting. She added 3 assists in the first half, and 5 apiece for Chloe Sheresny and Charity Shears, in good minutes for Sheresny in that first half. 3 points apiece for Destiny Fields, Sadara Johnson, and Alana Kramer. Shriver with 2, and Shelby Harmeyer with 2 as well. That is the scoring breakdown in the first half for both teams. And so a very interesting second half ready to go here between a very motivated West Virginia Wesleyan Bobcat team and a West Virginia State Yellow Jacket team looking to advance to the quarterfinals of the Mountain East Conference tournament. Awaiting them in the winner of this game is the number 1 seed out of the North, Notre Dame College. We'll take a break for our sponsors. When we come back, we'll get ourselves set for the second half of play here from the Walker Convocation Center. You're watching MEC basketball tournament action on Video Productions.
Inside all of us lies a potential to succeed. The definition of success differs for each of us. It's personal. One size doesn't fit all. At MVB, we believe in relationships supported by technology, product offerings, and industry knowledge. We believe in your imagination, your determination, and your grit. Our financial services keep pace with your ambition and empower your limitless potential. We say yes if, when other banks say no because. At our core, we power potential. We strive to unlock the potential in you, your family, your business, and your community. Your success is our success. You deserve more than a bank. You deserve a trusted partner on the financial frontier. MVB, powering your potential.
The Honda Pilot is great for family adventures. As well as the not-so-friendly ones. We made it tougher than it needed to be. Because you never know what you'll come up against. The Honda Pilot with available all-wheel drive. The ultimate modern family SUV.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text.
And we welcome you back inside the Walker Convocation Center on the Doris W. and Walter F. Johnson III Arena. And the Lester Raines Court here in Institute, West Virginia. Second half action getting set to take place. West Virginia State, the 4 seed of the South, leading the 5-seeded West Virginia Wesleyan Bobcats by just 2. A very exciting first half of play. Imagine for West Virginia Wesleyan and Coach Vicki Bullitt, you're looking for more of the same, try to take care of the basketball, try to shoot it at a high clip, and try to keep West Virginia State from getting out in transition. That's one thing that was interesting. Points off of turnovers, just 13 for West Virginia Wesleyan and 12 for State. Only 4 transition fast break opportunity points for West Virginia State. They like to get a lot more than that. So things very tight here as we start the second half. here in the opening round of the Mountain East Conference Women's Basketball Tournament. And an immediate turnover, a 5-second violation. That one leaves Destiny Fields shaking her head. And a quick turnover for the Yellow Jackets gives it over to the Bobcats. Bryant Brown, who had a tremendous first half with possession. Looking diagonally, now back out top. Sahovy gives it off to Wilfong on a backdoor cut. Wilfong almost threw that one away. Now top, now a dribble drive. Kimmons is going to be fouled. A great dish and look by Courtney Wilfong. That foul whistled on Shelby Harmeyer, her second. Nope, that's her first. I'll get it right here in a second. Her first. First free throw good for Kimmons. Kimmons just a 57% free throw shooter on the season. Hits 1 of 2. And the lead for West Virginia State is 1. Shriver quickly into the front court. Shriver had a relatively quiet couple games versus Wesleyan in the regular season. Looking to get things going here in the second half. Off back iron, though. But a long rebound tracked down offensively for the Yellow Jackets. They'll stay alive with the possession. Harmeyer off a screen by Shriver. Hits a big three. Shriver stepped in front. Gave a quick screen. Harmeyer's got that hair trigger on her shot, and she pulled the trigger quickly and buries it for the 4-point lead. Now we got a chance for a jump ball. Ends up into the hands of Matlack, who throws it away. It's on the floor again. Kimmons will track it down, and we've got a whistle and a foul. And again, Coach Charles Marshall, it's the MO of this West Virginia State team to be very aggressive defensively. He'll take some fouls here and there when you're looking for some turnover opportunities. You witnessed Harmeyer bury that three, her 5th point of the ball game, and quickly she's out of it just like the rest of the 5 who were just in for about a minute and a half. Lead is 4 for the Yellow Jackets. Here's Bryant Brown on the right elbow. Wide open look. It's offside rim, and the rebound pulled down by Aaron Whitehead. Yellow Jackets will work it in the half-court set. Kalia Cunningham at the point. Cunningham off to Whitehead underneath. Dips up and under, and you see the frustration out of Whitehead smacking her hands together after that miss. Stahovy, pull-up jumper, 15-footer off the rim, backside rebound. Bryant Brown, her putback is no good, though. And Cunningham will track down the loose ball rebound in transition. Johnson attacking, throws up a wild one. And that rebound controlled by Stahovy, who just throws it away. Luckily, Kimmons there to track it down. Now it leads to transition opportunities. A bucket and a foul. As Bryant Brown, the one-handed bounce pass underneath, finds Wilfong cutting. The bucket is good, and a foul whistled as well on the Yellow Jackets. That's going to be Kalia Cunningham. So a big play for the Bobcats after nearly turning it over on West Virginia State's side of things. Instead, it becomes a 3-point play. And the Bobcats continue to hang around here. I say hang around. They led the entirety of the first half other than 5 minutes. They've trailed by as many as 7. State getting all they want from the Bobcats here in this opening round MEC tournament ball game. Hall, who had 12 in the first half, attacks. The shot is good, and a foul whistled on Bryant Brown. Alexis Hall feeling it tonight. That was a strong drive by Hall, but a very difficult runner. Nearly on the baseline, just gets enough soft roll, and Bryant Brown also whistled. So Bryant Brown has just picked up foul number 3. And Hall remains perfect at the line. She leads all scorers right now with 15. On 4 of 6 shooting, she's 5 of 5 from the line. And immediately Bryant Brown will check out with the 3 fouls. Ariana Harmon checking in, the freshman out of Gambrils, Maryland. Pressure in the back court as State has retaken the lead by 4 now. So alternating 3-point play opportunities for both teams. Matlack will look to attack. And on the pass underneath towards Kimmons. Going to get a whistle, and I think that may be another on Kalia Cunningham. It will. So Cunningham will pick up her second. That's the 4th team foul here in the first nearly 3 minutes and 4 seconds of this second half. 5 in, 5 out for West Virginia State. Bobcats and Yellow Jackets, this has been a battle from start until right now. Here's a good, strong move down the right side of the lane. Kimmons, though, short on the layup. Fields going to look to get things going, attacking against Kimmons. Cannot get the shot to fall. Harmeyer on the floor. A whistle and a foul is going to go against Stahovey. That will be number 2 on Brittany Stahovey. Shriver having trouble finding somebody. Lobs it out top, though, to Harmeyer. You look on the court for West Virginia State. They've got a few hair-trigger shooters. Fields going to attack again, though. Working strong against Kimmons a second time. And Fields, who had just 3 points in that first half, has a bucket to extend the lead for West Virginia State to 6. Matlack trying to respond inside. Again, she got wide open. A little too strong on the runner. Now transition opportunity. Shriver underneath. And Shears could not get it to fall on the rebound to Fields. A lot of contact. Fields is going to be whistled for the travel. Fields down right now. And Fields checking, I think, on her hand. And official Brandon Marion double checking with the scorers table real quick. We've got Fields is committing a turnover, but right now, okay, they're checking on Fields, so she'll stay in the ball game. I don't know if she got a cut or just a bump on the hand, but it will be a turnover for West Virginia State. And the Yellow Jackets working on full court pressure now. Bobcats have been pretty solid here, handling the pressure of the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets, and that is hard to do. This West Virginia State team causes problems defensively. 3-point opportunity for Matlack, and Harmeyer clears the rebound. Harmeyer now with 6 rebounds in the ball game. Here's Fields firing another 3. That hits off the rim. And Kimmons cannot hold on to it. I think Kimmons was losing her balance going down after that one. Ended up basically soccer kneeing that one out of play. Kimmons looks very winded. She'll get a breather finally as Gabauer checks back in. Again, Gabauer did not start this second half, but she's got 12 points on 5 of 6 shooting so far in this ball game. Here comes Fields attacking, but help defense, and Wilfong strips it away. Bobcats are hanging with the Yellow Jackets in turnovers. Both teams with 12 turnovers in the game. Stahovey, one dribble, frees herself for the 3, and that one is no good. But Harmeyer can't collect. Bobcats retain possession, 5 in, 5 out for the Yellow Jackets, again with the 5:05 remaining. Wesleyan struggling here from the field, just one of their last 9. And they've got no points in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of this third quarter. State leads by 6. That's their largest lead of the game. Here's another 15-footer by Gabauer, and she is on fire. Hall, though, also equal to the task offensively, but Gabauer now with 14 on 6 of 7 shooting. Here's Sheresny, spin move. This time she goes high side. She did it baseline side in the first half. Sheresny getting great minutes here tonight for the Yellow Jackets. She's got 7 points, 4 rebounds, and a block. Another open look for Matlack, this one from about 10 feet. And Wesleyan starting to struggle shooting the basketball. You see Sheresny spun high side on Gabauer, got the shot to fall, and it's a 6-point lead again for West Virginia State. 4:21 left in the third, 59-53. West Virginia State on top. You're watching Mountain East Conference tournament action on Video Productions.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
My husband should have died that night. The car was on a fence, upside down. Trees were coming through the windshield.
The people who opened the door for me, one of the first questions they asked me is, how are you alive?
For my kids, Timmy's invincible. And it was just like that he could have been gone. He was like, this is all we're gonna own. We're getting another Honda. It saved my life. And my kids are not going in anything else.
59-53, West Virginia State, the number 4 seed in the South Division. Leading by 6 over West Virginia Wesleyan, the number 5 seed out of the South. Wesleyan led the entire first quarter for the first 3 minutes of the second quarter, but it's been West Virginia State holding on to the lead. Since then, other than just one lead change in that second quarter, State has led. 10-6, the early scoring in favor of the Yellow Jackets here in the third quarter, as Wesleyan has gone quite cold here in the second half. And we've got a whistle out top. Going to get another foul. This time it's going to go against Courtney Wilfong, and that is a huge foul on Wilfong. That is number 4 on Courtney Wilfong. And we are still just a little less than halfway through the third quarter. Quick trigger 3 by Peyton Shears. She's hit a couple tonight. That one missing the mark on the right side. Gabauer has it out top. Stahovey over to Wilfong. Pump fake, drives. Now back out top. They'll reset. They'll lob it inside. Baseline move. Boy, a hard pass that time from Tolbert. Wilfong almost lost it. Finds it in the hands of Matlack. Her shot is off the mark, and Wesleyan continues to be cold here in the third. Here's Cunningham, a drive, and a dish to the far left corner. Hall was planted over there looking for her 18th point, but Cunningham had a little too much mustard on that one. 13th turnover of the game for West Virginia State. Bobcats with 12. Immediately the ball poked back out of bounds. Again, West Virginia State won the first 2 contests by an average of 40 points, 35 and 45, the margin of victory. This is a much different Bobcat team right now here in the postseason. Matlack delivers to the corner. Bryant Brown steps into a 15-footer off back rim. Gabauer there for the board, though. Stahovey going to try the 3. That one's off the mark. Now out to Matlack on that backside for the rebound. Can she get one to fall? And finally, a basket put through by the Bobcats. They had been cold throughout as Sheresny. Boy, she is feeling her oats here in this ball game. A very confident game right now for Chloe Sheresny. You see the rebound on the backside by Matlack, and that is the first bucket made in about 3 minutes for the Bobcats. Fortunately for West Virginia Wesleyan, West Virginia State unable to break free of the Bobcats here so far, so just a 4-point contest as Sheresny misses the first of two. She's got 7. 5 rebounds and a block shot here in 8 minutes of play for the junior Chloe Sheresny. Sheresny hits 1 of 2. And the lead is 5 for the Yellow Jackets. Winner of this one heads to the quarterfinals at the West Banco Arena in Wheeling, West Virginia. They'll face off against the number 1 seed out of the North Division, Notre Dame. Matlack splits 2 defenders. Left-handed baseline jumper. No good by Tolbert, but the backside rebound for Gaybauer, who lets out an audible scream. She's fired up. Kramer, Fields going to try to answer quickly. No good on the layup. Harmeyer's rebound and putback is good. And Harmeyer hits the deck again. Back and forth these two teams go. Here comes Stahovey down the lane. Over to Tolbert. They'll get it over. Here's Bryant Brown trying a 3. Nope, they're going to call it a 2. They'll say the foot was on the line. So after missing for 3 minutes, the Bobcats have hit their last 3. It's a 3-point contest in favor of the Yellow Jackets. A quick trigger for Harmeyer. Hits front rim. Shriver looking to try to save it in bounds. Will not. And it'll go back over to the Bobcats. 1:44 left in quarter number 3. Bryant Brown, all it took was a little pump fake on the fake pass. Stepped into the 3 and ended up being a 2. And now we've got a whistle in the backcourt. I think Kramer's going to be whistled for the bump on Gaybauer. And that is team foul number 5 of the quarter, so that will send Abby Gaybauer, the senior, down to the other side of the court. She'll shoot free throws, and she is a good one. 84% on the season, 21 of 25. That's the one thing the Bobcats did do well in the first 2 games. They shot free throws very well, 30 of 38 overall in the first 2 games in losses, 16 of 21 and 14 of 17 as Gaybauer hits the first. And she calmly buries both, and we're back to a 1-point ball game. Now some pressure in the backcourt for Wesleyan. Kramer will break it with the dribble, and she's going to attack. Has it stripped away by Stahovey, and I think Stahovey's going to step on the end line. And again, 5 in, 5 out for the Yellow Jackets, fresh legs. Cunningham, Peyton Shears, Alexis Hall, Sadara Johnson, and Sheresny back in. Cunningham will trigger it. Over to Shears, the lefty, fires the 3, and I think Shears is going to be fouled on the 3-point play. That will be the call. And they're going to get Stahovey for her 3rd. As Stahovey trying to challenge that shot and tried to peel off, but Shears jumped into that 3 and drew the contact. So Peyton Shears with 3 hits the first and the second. Peyton Shears, just a 67% free throw shooter on the year. That one gives her 10 for the game, now 11, so 3 of 3. And Peyton Shears has 11. The lead is back out to 4. Full court pressure as usual for the Yellow Jackets. Bobcats able to handle. Matlack bounces it in. 15-foot turnaround. Stahovey from the left elbow. And Wesleyan just will not go away. Making the most of this opportunity in the postseason. Here's Hall. Spins baseline. Tries to duck under. Stahovey with the 3 fouls. Gets the block. Stahovey now in transition. Finds Gaybauer. Pump fakes, drives. The shot is good, and we're tied. The Bobcats just will not go away. Relentless effort right now against this Yellow Jacket team. Cunningham on the drive. Can't get the shot to fall. Last touch, though, out of bounds by the black and orange, sorry. As you see the quick turnaround, Stahovey wide open. And the Bobcats, after that 3-minute schneid, they have started to hit again from the field. They're back up to 45%. We're all square with 49 left in the third quarter. 65 apiece. You're watching MEC Tournament Action on Video Productions.
Inside all of us lies a potential to succeed. The definition of success differs for each of us. It's personal. One size doesn't fit all. At MVB, we believe in relationships supported by technology, product offerings, and industry knowledge. We believe in your imagination, your determination, and your grit. Our financial services keep pace with your ambition and empower your limitless potential. We say yes if, when other banks say no because. At our core, we power potential. We strive to unlock the potential in you, your family, your business, and your community. Your success is our success. You deserve more than a bank. You deserve a trusted partner on the financial frontier. MVB, powering your potential.
We have got a good one here in the Walker Convocation Center. The Doris W. and Walter F. Johnson III Arena. So glad you could join us on Video Productions. First round action in the Mountain East Conference Women's Basketball Tournament. West Virginia State, the 4 seed in the South. West Virginia Wesleyan, the 5 seed. Squared at 65. Neither team has led by more than 7. And again, it should be noted and will be noted continually that in the regular season, West Virginia State defeated West Virginia Wesleyan by 40 points per game. 35 in the first game, 45 in the second. And it is not that West Virginia State is not playing well. They're playing well. West Virginia Wesleyan just came ready to go here tonight and causes another turnover. That's turnover number 14 for the Yellow Jackets here in the ball game. Yellow Jackets just 1 for their last 6 from the field. Here's Matlack, the no-look dish to the right block. And Sierra Tolbert, the sophomore out of Fishers, Indiana, for 2. And Wesleyan is back in front for the first time since the second quarter. A 6-0 run for the Bobcats in the last 102. Final shot attempt. Cheresny off the mark, and that is how the third quarter will end. Stick around. This is good. 67-65, West Virginia Wesleyan on top of West Virginia State after a 3 year watching. Mountain East Conference Tournament Action on Video Productions.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
My husband should have died that night. The car was on a fence, upside down. Trees were coming through the windshield.
The people who opened the door for me, one of the first questions they asked me is, how are you alive?
For my kids, Timmy's invincible. And it was just like that he could have been gone. He was like, this is all we're going to own. We're getting another Honda. It saved my life. My kids are not going in anything else.
Back inside the Walker Convocation Center, fourth quarter set to go in round 1 of Mountain East Conference Women's Tournament action. The number 4 seed and host West Virginia State getting all they want and then some from the 5 seed and upset-minded West Virginia Wesleyan Bobcats. A 6-0 run in the last minute 30, giving Wesleyan their first lead since the first half of play. And in that third quarter, just 1 turnover for the Bobcats to 6 for West Virginia State. State has missed 6 of their last 7 shot attempts. Whistle out top and an immediate travel. This time it'll be Bryant Brown whistled. One thing to watch for, though, for West Virginia Wesleyan, they've got some foul trouble. 4 for Courtney Wilfong, 3 apiece for Stahovey and for Symphony Bryant Brown. Nobody with foul trouble for West Virginia State. Out top, Shelby Harmeyer has it stripped on the pass attempt. Here's Bryant Brown, pulls up, 2 defenders on her, and she'll draw the contact. And Bryant Brown will head to the free throw line. As you see Harmeyer there, I think she was expecting Bryant Brown to head with the cutter, and Bryant Brown did not. She put a plant foot down, came back and swiped that one. And Bryant Brown at the free throw line for a pair as she hits her first. Symphony Bryant Brown, freshman guard out of Baltimore, Maryland. 15 points. And make it 16. The lead is 4 now for West Virginia Wesleyan. What a ball game we've got going here. The winner takes on the number 1 seed in the North, Notre Dame. And whoever wins, if they play like this, they've got a shot. Here's a 3 by Fields, no good. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Bryant Brown, and now Fields going to be whistled for the personal. That'll be number 3 on Destiny Fields. Fields just 1 for 5 from behind the three-point line. Be interesting to see if Wesleyan can continue to control themselves with the pressure defense of West Virginia State. They turned it over 29 and 28 times respectively in the first 2 games. So far, 12 turnovers and just 1 in that third quarter. Gabauer inside. Tolbert has trouble holding on to it. It's on the floor. Tolbert, Harmeyer battling for it. Jump ball. This will go over to the Yellow Jackets. Great hustle by both Harmeyer and Tolbert. One thing you know about Shelby Harmeyer is she's not afraid to get on the floor. She's called the human mop in my head. Wesleyan up by 4. Shriver working against Matlack. Now Fields, she'll take a deep 2. That's way too strong. Harmeyer there, though, for the backside rebound, and Harmeyer going to be whistled for the travel. That is turnover number 16 on West Virginia State. The Yellow Jackets average 16 a game, and they've got 16 right now with 8:30 left to play. And we've got a whistle before the inbound even comes, and that is going to be a foul on Symphony Bryant Brown. That's a big one. Bryant Brown now has just picked up her 4th foul. So 4 apiece for Bryant Brown and Courtney Wilfong. And that's as good as a turnover for West Virginia State. Sherezny wanted to attack. Cut off on the baseline. Now Cunningham. Nowhere to go. She'll bring it back out top. Now she'll attack in the lane, and that's going to be a charge, as stepping up and taking the charge was Malika Kimmons. Cunningham tried her best to pull up there, but the momentum just carried her slightly into the body. And a little bit of extra acting there just to make sure it counted for Kimmons. That's a big play. And offensive fouls or turnovers, or as good as I should say. Wesleyan still on top. Here is Stahovey from the right wing. 15-foot elbow jumper is good. The lead for Wesleyan is 6. They led by 7 once in the first half. They're close to that. Here's Cunningham attacking. Overshoots it on the layup from the left side. Rebound to Gabauer. Bobcats on the move. Now Wilfong out top. Feeds it off. Gabauer, left wing, and she hits. And it's a 12-0 run in the last 3:45 of the ball game. Yellow Jackets are stone cold from the field. No field goals in 5 minutes, no points in the last 4:13. Largest lead of the night for the Bobcats at 8. Here's Hall, a big three, that misses. And the rebound, last touched out of bounds by Madison Riley. Boy, Hall has been so good tonight. She's got 15 on 4 of 8 shooting, 2 for 4 from 3, and she had a great look at that one, just off of the mark a little bit. West Virginia State being tested here. Here's Matlack attacking, dishing, Kimmons, baseline. That one rolls off, and this time Fields able to rip the rebound away. Yellow Jackets need a bucket or points in some way badly. Shriver going to attack against Matlack, and I believe we're going to get a foul on Matlack with the body contact. Just the first on Summer Matlack, the senior guard out of Arlington, Virginia. Team foul number 2 of the fourth quarter. Inbounds to Harmeyer. Fields bounces it inside. Kramer has position. Layup is off the mark again, though. Rebound, though, is tipped around and taken by Fields. Out top to Harmeyer. I think Shelby wanted to pull the trigger on that one. Looking for the screen. Now she'll attack. Nobody on her, and State finally breaks the schneid of 5 minutes and 56 seconds. And now a steal immediately. Here's Fields wide open on the block. A big 4-0 run on a couple of buckets and a steal. State charging back quickly with 6 minutes left. They trail by 6 now. Or 5 by 4, excuse me. And a 3 by Wilfong. My goodness, what a ball game. Shriver working out top. Fields pumps, drives, gets the position. The layup no good. Fields trying to draw the foul. And officials say, no, we're letting it go. Wesleyan right now in the midst of a 15-2 run over the last 6 minutes of the game. Gabauer gets a screen out top. Wilfong rolls off into the corner. 3 for Stahovey. No good. The rebound tracked down by Timmons. And Kimmons gives it back out top, and Matlack will reset. 10 on the shot clock. Matlack calling for Wilfong to come grab it. 5 on the shot clock. Stahovey's got to heave one. That's blocked away by Shriver, but she's going to be whistled for the foul, and that is going to put Courtney Wilfong on the charity stripe with 3 free throws. As you see, the shot clock was winding down. I thought Shriver may have gotten all ball on that one, but they'll call a whistle and a foul. And at the media timeout, it's 76-69 Wesleyan. And Courtney Wilfong will be back after these messages with 3 free throws. Fourth quarter action continues on Video Productions.
The Honda CR-V EX is loaded with premium features that you don't have to pay a premium for. Like a turbocharged engine for great performance and fuel efficiency. With advanced features like a blind spot information system. Plus, Apple CarPlay integration for your iPhone. And the best part is, in the CR-V, premium is standard. Contact your Honda dealer to learn more or shop online.
With all that's going on, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to remind our neighbors we're here for you. We're taking extra precautions to protect you and our employees. Right now, we're offering 6-month no-interest financing to help you stay comfortable throughout this crisis. Our superior indoor air filtration options will keep viruses, bacteria, and allergens down, increasing indoor air quality, comfort, and safety. Call us today and see how we can help you. Mullen, we're comfortable when you are.
Five minutes remaining in this one, 4:57 to be exact, 76-69. The upset-minded Bobcats, the 5 seed out of the South, right now up by 7 over West Virginia State, the 4 seed. But at the free throw line, I said Wilfong, but it's actually Brittany Stahovey at the line for 3 as she was heaving up a desperation at the end of the shot clock. She was fouled by Shriver. Stahovey hits 1 of 2. She's got 1 more here. West Virginia State, they have been hot and cold in this ball game from the field. 2 of 3. The lead is 9. That's the largest of the night for West Virginia Wesleyan. State shot poorly in the first quarter, great in the second. Very good in the third, but they are shooting very poorly right now in the fourth. And we've got a whistle and a loose ball foul on a moving screen as Wilfong went tumbling to the floor. She's up. Sorry, that was Matlack. The foul whistled on Whitehead. And Wesleyan with the lead and possession. 4:40 left. Here's Gaybauer. Right elbow. Buries another one. Gaybauer has 24. She's missed just 1 shot tonight. 10 of 11 shooting for Abby Gaybauer, who averaged 20 apiece against West Virginia State in the regular season. She had 26 in the first meeting. She's almost to that right now. Here's Shears attacking. A big attack by Shears. That's going to be a foul on Wilfong, and that is it. Courtney Wilfong has just fouled out at the 4:21 mark of the game. A big, important attack to the basket by Peyton Shears. So Shears will award herself a pair of free throws, and Wilfong is done. After a solid night for Courtney Wilfong, double-digit scoring, 10 points on 4 of 5 shooting, 3 rebounds, an assist and a steal for Courtney Wilfong, but her afternoon is in the books. Shears hitting both, and everything important right now for West Virginia State as they are trying to claw back into this one. Cannot be understated. West Virginia State defeated West Virginia Wesleyan by an average of 40 points in the regular season. Beat them by 35 the first time and 45 in the second game. Here's Gaybauer working one-on-one with Fields. Stahovey crosses it inside. Kimmons, a strong move to the basket. Gets it off the glass. And the lead now is 11, the largest of the night for the Bobcats. Here's Charity Shears from way downtown. A huge 3 by Charity Shears. Just her 8th point of the night. But it couldn't come at a bigger time for the Yellow Jackets. Here's Bryant Brown a bit out of control. And that could have been devastating for the Bobcats as Bryant Brown has 4. Instead, the foul is going to be whistled on Harmeyer. Harmeyer looking a little bit ginger with that left leg. She's a tough one, though. Harmeyer's just picked up her second. And Bryant Brown, boy, she was really bailed out with that foul. That was a close one. As she just spun backwards and threw it up, expecting the contact. Got it. And hits the first free throw. She has 17 tonight. Make that 18. Bryant Brown just a 70% free throw shooter, a perfect 7 of 7 on the night. Hall trying to make a big splash. Misses the free throw or the three-pointer. Out to Harmeyer goes, and that's a big one for Shelby Harmeyer. West Virginia State, when you can shoot the 3, you've always got a chance. The lead cut down from 11 down to 7 now. Bryant Brown to the baseline. Gets it back off the pass. Here's Gaybauer, 14-footer. No good. Kimmons there for the board. The left-handed layup is scooped up and good. Bobcats equal to the task throughout this evening. Coach Charles Marshall animated on the sideline, trying to fire his team up. Here's Shears, left wing 3. Off back iron. Matlack controls the rebound and a whistle. I think they may get a reach-in foul on Kramer. And that will send Matlack to the free throw line. 16 foul on West Virginia State. Harmeyer hit the big three, but the Yellow Jackets just unable to stop this West Virginia Wesleyan attack. Wesleyan shooting 49% from the field. Wesleyan right now are 14 for 16 from the free throw line. That's 87%, and they have hit 5 of 12 from three. Again, they were 1 of 17 total in the first 2 games against this West Virginia State team. They also turned it over 29 and 28 times right now. Wesleyan with 14 turnovers in the game. Shriver, a big bucket in the lane. The spin move and the jumper is good. State down by 9. Here's Bryant Brown into the front court. Handles the pressure. And Wesleyan will back it out and run some time with 2:20 left. Stahovey going to attack. Dishes it underneath on the block, wide open. A big assist by Stahovey and Kimmons. Now with 13 on the night. The lead is back to double digits. Here's Harmeyer, right wing. That one's off the mark. And the rebound is going to be knocked away from Stahovey. They're going to get a foul, though, over the back on Peyton Shears. As you see Stahovey, the drive, the left-handed, one-handed pass. And Coach Vicky Bullitt and this West Virginia Wesleyan team could have tucked tail and run after the 35 and 45 point beatdowns in the regular season. What they did instead is, so far, they have drawn up and executed a tremendous game plan against this West Virginia State team who is oh so dangerous defensively and in transition. First free throw for Stahovey off the mark. She'll get the second, and that will extend the lead to its largest of the night for the Bobcats. 12-point lead with under 2 minutes remaining. Does State have a run in them in the final 2 minutes? Shriver calling for the screen. Gets free for 3. Hits back rim. Rebound, though, to Shears. Shears trying to muscle it up against 2 defenders. Has it blocked out of bounds. I believe Gabauer got a hand on that one. State maintains possession. Again, Coach Charles Marshall, ever so positive on the sideline, trying to fire his team up. Here's Shears off the inbound. Short off the board, and the rebound controlled by Kimmons. Into the hands of Matlack, the point guard. Matlack going to attack the rim. Nobody on her. And a big shot by Summer Matlack. You thought the Bobcats might slow it down. Instead, Matlack found it wide open, and now Shears called for the turnover. Matlack was just trying to get set up for the offense, and you look in the lane, and there's no white jerseys there. And West Virginia Wesleyan, moments away, just 124 away from a big upset on the road against West Virginia State here in the first round of the MEC tournament. The score in the first 2 games, I got to go back to that. On January 20th at West Virginia Wesleyan, this West Virginia State team defeated the Bobcats 103-68. That was a 35-point win. On the 20th of February, just a week ago, right here on this court, West Virginia State defeated West Virginia Wesleyan 114-69. That was a 45-point win. Wesleyan averaging just 64 points a game. They are 30 above that. Inbounds to Bryant Brown. She's loose in the lane. The runner is good. And right now the writing is on the wall. Here's Fields attacking, a big bucket. But time is not on the side of the Yellow Jackets. Lob pass into Bryant Brown. She'll attack again. Dishes it off to Kimmons, and it goes off of her hand. And West Virginia State with a little bit of life here. They trail, though, by 14. Going to have to hit some big ones from outside. Fields, she'll try the 3 on the right wing. That one's no good. Shears' rebound and putback is no good. Stahovey with the rebound, and Stahovey's going to be whistled for the travel. but now just 50.1 remaining in this one. Notre Dame College, the 1 seed in the North, awaits the winner. Shriver into Shears, left baseline. Off the mark for 3. The rebound tipped by Gabauer into Kimmons' hands. Now Matlack has it. Out to Stahovey. Stahovey over to Kimmons with 35. And Shriver now with 33 will get the reach. And West Virginia Wesleyan just 33.8 away from pulling off a major upset. I know it's a 4 versus a 5, but based off of the regular season contest between these two, sometimes matchups are not good for teams, and it appeared in the regular season like West Virginia State was a poor matchup for Wesleyan. But give a lot of credit to Coach Vicki Bullitt and her team as they have prepared a game plan and executed it to a T. And they are going to end West Virginia State's season in the first round of the conference tournament. Shears in the corner, fires a big 3. And Shears, who went over 1,000 points in her career on Saturday, came in with 1,008 points. We'll go ahead and add 11 to that, so 1,019 for Charity Shears, who was just a junior. And again, you look down through the roster for Coach Charles Marshall and West Virginia State. They are losing just one senior off of this team. Sadara Johnson was the lone senior. And this is a West Virginia State team on the rise. Had a tremendous end of the season, won 8 of 12 down the stretch. We're feeling confident scoring at 100-plus a clip. But they have run into a buzzsaw in an incredibly motivated West Virginia Wesleyan team. One final reach foul here with 8.9. And the Bobcats are starting to celebrate a little bit here. West Virginia Wesleyan, who has only topped the 80-point mark one time on the season in a victory over Alderson Broaddus, 86-73. They have just topped the century mark in the playoffs. 1 of 2 for Matlack. Shears will just dribble it out, and it's over. The West Virginia Wesleyan Bobcats, the number 5 seed, in a major upset fashion have defeated the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets by a final of 100-84, and the Bobcats are headed on to the quarterfinals. They'll face off against the Notre Dame College Falcons on Thursday at 2 p.m. from the West Banco Arena in Wheeling, West Virginia. We'll talk about that. We'll give you some stats. We'll wrap things up here from the Walker Convocation Center after these messages. You've been watching MEC Tournament Action on Video Productions.
Inside all of us lies a potential to succeed. The definition of success differs for each of us. It's personal. One size doesn't fit all. At MVB, we believe in relationships supported by technology, product offerings, and industry knowledge. We believe in your imagination, your determination, and your grit. Our financial services keep pace with your ambition and empower your limitless potential. We say yes if, when other banks say no because. At our core, we power potential. We strive to unlock the potential in you, your family, your business, and your community. Your success is our success. You deserve more than a bank. You deserve a trusted partner on the financial frontier. MVB, powering your potential.
The Honda Pilot is great for family adventures. As well as the not-so-friendly ones. We made it tougher than it needed to be. Because you never know what you'll come up against. The Honda Pilot with available all-wheel drive. The ultimate modern family SUV.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text.
We welcome you back inside the Walker Convocation Center. A relatively major upset here in the opening round of the Mountain East Conference Women's Basketball Tournament. West Virginia Wesleyan, the Bobcats on the road, the number 5 seed in the South, defeating the number 4 seed West Virginia State, 100-84. Again, when you look at just the matchup of a 5 versus 4, that doesn't seem to be that big of an upset, but when you look at the regular season matchups between these two teams and the fact that West Virginia State blew out the Bobcats 2 times by 35 and 45 points respectively, and the way they did it, causing 29 turnovers and 28 turnovers in 2 games, allowing West Virginia Wesleyan to shoot just 1 of 17 from behind the three-point line in those games, out-rebounding West Virginia Wesleyan by a total of 28, 12, and 16 respectively. Just the way West Virginia State likes to play basketball is up and down, run and gun, cause you turnovers. They live and die by the 3. They shot the 3 not too poorly in this ball game. They struggled down the stretch, did West Virginia State. But you got to give a lot of credit to head coach Vicki Bullitt, her staff, and the entire team. They put together a game plan after those 2 big losses of things they had to do absolutely to upset and defeat West Virginia State and to advance. Number 1, they had to limit turnovers. The Bobcats, after 29 and 28 respectively, turned the ball over 16 times in this ball game and just 5 times total in the entire second half. So they kept care of the basketball. They caused West Virginia State 20 turnovers in the ball game. And so that was one very important stat. The other important stat is West Virginia Wesleyan just shot the lights out. They had one stretch in the third quarter where they went about 3 minutes without a bucket. But other than that, they shot perfectly well from the field. 51% on 37 of 72 shooting. West Virginia State was hot and cold tonight. They were cold the first quarter, hot the second and third, and cold throughout the fourth. They finished just 37% on 30 of 80 shooting. After making just 1 3-pointer in the first 2 games combined, West Virginia Wesleyan shoots 41% on 5 of 12 behind the line. West Virginia State was very good throughout the game. They struggled towards the end when they were just firing up 3 after 3. They finished at 30.9% on 13 of 42 shooting. Free throws were the one thing that West Virginia Wesleyan did the first 2 games well. They were 30 for 38 in those 2 regular season games. They finished 21 of 25. That's 84% as a team. West Virginia State shot well as well, but not nearly as many. 11 of 14 for a team total of 78.5%. Again, turnovers, Wesleyan with just 16 and just 5 in the second half. 17 for West Virginia State. Wesleyan owned the points off turnovers battle by 12, 26-14. Rebounds, 45-43. The advantage goes to West Virginia Wesleyan, who had been out-rebounded by 12 and 16 respectively in the regular season contest from this team. Fast break points, that's what West Virginia State likes to be able to do, is get out in transition and score in transition. They were held to just 6 transition fast break points on the night. Wesleyan got 4. There were just 4 lead changes in this game, 4 ties. West Virginia Wesleyan led throughout the first quarter into the first 3 minutes of the second. West Virginia State led the entire second quarter from there on and into the third quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, West Virginia Wesleyan took the lead back, and it exchanged hands just a couple of times back and forth in this one. Just a crazy game here tonight, and a very good finish for both teams. But West Virginia Wesleyan, they were ready to go here tonight. Taking a look at the individual scoring, a pair of 20-plus point performances by a pair of Wesleyan Bobcats. They were led by Abby Gaybauer, who had 26 and 14 in the regular season contest. She had 24 tonight on 10 of 12 shooting, 2 of 2 from the three-point line. She was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She chipped in 3 rebounds, a tremendous performance by the senior to help her team. Symphony Bryant-Brown, who got the start tonight, finished with 20 points on 6 of 12 shooting. She was 7 of 7 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds to add to her totals, as well as an assist and 2 steals. 13 for Malika Kimmons. She finished with 13 points on 6 of 11 shooting, added 8 rebounds on the night. 11 points for Summer Matlack on 4 of 10 shooting. She was 3 of 4 from the line, and Matlack dishing out 8 assists on the evening. 10 points for Courtney Wilfong before fouling out on 4 of 5 shooting. She chipped in 3 rebounds and a steal. So 5 in double figures for Brittany Stahovey. There's 6 in double figures. I lost one. Stahovey, 16 points on 4 of 13 shooting. She was 7 of 9 from the line. She had 10 rebounds tonight, so a double-double for Stahovey on the evening. So 6 in double figures for West Virginia Wesleyan. Harmon chipped in 2, Tolbert with 2 as well. For West Virginia State, they were led on the night by Alexis Hall. She had 15 on the night, but most of those came in the first half and early into the third quarter. On 4 of 9 shooting, she was 2 of 5 from 3, perfect at the line on 5 of 5 shooting. 13 points for Peyton Shears on 3 of 6 shooting. She was 2 of 5 from behind the line. Shears also 5 of 5 from the free throw line. She chipped in 4 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. 12 for Shelby Harmeyer on 5 of 9 shooting. She had a pair of threes as well. Harmeyer with 10 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 assists. So she has a double-double in the defeat here tonight. Charity Shears, after going over the 1,000-point mark last game on Saturday, finishes with 11, 3 of 9 from shooting behind the three-point line for Charity Shears, the junior. And State got 9 from Destiny Fields, also with 6 rebounds, 8 for Chloe Sheresny. A great game for Sheresny here tonight. 8 points, 5 rebounds, and a blocked shot for the junior. And rounding out the scoring for the Yellow Jackets, Shriver chipped in with 4 and 3 apiece for Sadara Johnson and Alana Kramer. And that is how it shakes out. West Virginia Wesleyan, the Bobcats, the 5 seed, advanced in the Mountain East Conference Tournament. They will face off against the number 1 seed out of the North, Notre Dame College. In the regular season, West Virginia Wesleyan took Notre Dame to the limit in a defeat at Notre Dame on the road, 76-66, a 10-point loss to Notre Dame College in the regular season. And if this Wesleyan Bobcat performance here tonight in the postseason is any indication of what Coach Vicky Bullett's team is capable of, if I were Notre Dame, I would watch out on Thursday. That will be at 2 o'clock from the West Banco Arena. That is just part of the entire MEC conference tournament. So glad that that can actually happen this year in the year of COVID. Great job for Reed Amos, the commissioner of the Mountain East Conference, his entire crew, and all of the support staff, and, of course, all of the athletic directors at all the schools and their staff for following the protocols and allowing it to get to the postseason. The final score here tonight from the Walker Convocation Center, West Virginia Wesleyan upsetting West Virginia State 100-84. Many thanks to West Virginia State University Director of Athletics, Nate Burton, and his entire staff for their assistance. Thanks to the sports information directors from both West Virginia Wesleyan and West Virginia State. I'm Andrew Miller. You've been watching live streaming coverage of Mountain East Conference basketball action on Video Productions. Game producer for tonight's live streaming broadcast has been Robbie Mounts. Camera operators were Josiah Mounts and Garrett Lester. Executive producer for Video Productions is Butch Mounts.